Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Uva, and for today's video I'm going to be doing like a little story time plus like a life update type of vibe thing. So if you want to watch that, just keep on watching. Okay, so I still get a lot of questions like what happened and all that stuff. So that's what I'm here to tell you guys, and just like a little life update, because when I've already previously made a story time before, but when I made that video, I think I was in like senior year of high school or maybe freshman year of college. I would have to like check the year on that. But yeah, so my life is different since that time. So I'm just here to like update you guys and stuff like that on my journey. Because, you know, I've tried new things and done some other stuff since that time. So basically, I'm just going to start off with what happened and how it happened and stuff like that. So when I was 1, I was burned in a house fire. And the fire was started from a candle that fell in my bed. And then, you know, the room caught on fire. And then the house caught on fire. So that's essentially what happened. I was burned in a house fire. And I was burned over 40% of my body. I have scars on my arms, my back, my legs, my face, so my hands. So yeah, and they tried like a whole bunch of different types of approaches. Like they did skin grafts and stuff like that, because you can kind of see a difference in my arms a little bit, because I have these scars right here, and then like these are kind of like going down, but then like I still have that. So like they were just like honestly trying like different things and whatnot. But I feel like confidence wise, I definitely didn't have any when I was younger. But like, because when you're a child, you're very receptive to like people's opinions, and like that stuff really matters to you. And I had a really hard problem with that growing up. I knew that I was different, because like you grow up and you get older and you look at social media and you watch movies and like you see models and you don't see people that look like you. Like I never saw people that looked like me. Like there wasn't any representation for like the burn community, like in the movies I saw or people I saw on social media and stuff like that. So I already knew coming into the world and going to school that I was very different. I looked very different than a lot of people, and it was hard because it's hard to, I mean, when people have like a role model in a sense, it's kind of easier to put yourself out there, because you're like, if she can do it, I can do it too. But I didn't really have anybody to look up to, so I was just working with myself and just like personally trying to bring myself out of my own shell. But when I was younger, I was definitely like in this little like hard shell that I wouldn't let anyone in. I didn't really talk to people and I didn't really make friends. I was getting bullied, so it was like kind of worse, because it's hard to deal with your own personal like feelings and like your own personal like problems by yourself. And then when people are adding on to the hatred and just saying these like terrible things, it's kind of hard to find a positive and try to be confident, because I already didn't have confidence in myself. But then hearing other people saying these terrible things and just stuff like that just really didn't make my situation easier. So that was definitely a hard thing to deal with, because it's already a battle just being a person and dealing with personal issues, but also being a person who's gone through a traumatic experience. It's even harder, like not knocking anyone's struggle in life, because we all go through things. Like everyone goes through their own personal issues in life. It's just kind of hard to deal with that and deal with hate at the same time. So that was something that was really hard for me, was confidence and just trying to like love myself through all the hatred going on. But there became a point like there's no exact like formula. I worked with myself each day. My mother helped me through a lot of things, and just like talking and getting stuff out. like I gradually became more and more confident in myself as time went on, because like you're the only person who can be you. So be confident in that person. And that's like what I told myself every day. Like, I don't look like everybody. Like, I feel like it's a very special thing that I'm a unique person, that there's no person on this earth that could possibly look like me. So I count that as a flex. But I had to like get myself into the motions of knowing that, trusting in that, and believing in that, and like finding that self-love. And that is like really what helped me through, is to treat my scars as something, as of like a story, or as a symbol of, first of all, surviving, and second of all, a symbol of a unique beauty that no one else can have. Like, no one can have their face look like mine. Like, it's not possible. I'm the only person who can be me. So in high school, I start to get into like more putting myself out there, like getting into sports or dance, prom, like being in a place of spotlight. Because when I was younger, I did not like the spotlight at all. I hated public speaking. I did not want everyone's eyes to be on me at all. But if you know me, you know that's not the case anymore. Like, I genuinely love like putting myself out there and telling my story and being in the spotlight and performing and taking pictures, and you know, just literally anything that the entertainment industry has to offer. I want to do it. But I want to do it in a sense that, first of all, I'm confident in myself and I think I'm very beautiful. Sorry, I know that I'm very beautiful, and I want to showcase that to the world. But I also know that there are other little girls like me who want to have that motivation to do it, but it's kind of hard if you're not getting representation for it. So honestly, my goal is to like be the person to show that it's okay, that you're different, and to put yourself out there. So yeah, so that's why I really love the fact of being on social media and doing things like that, because representation honestly does matter so much. So fast track to I started my treatments like more than a couple months ago. So basically, I had the option to do these treatments when I was younger, but I wasn't really like sure what I wanted, because I did have a hard time with my scars, but I also felt that they were like a part of me in a sense, and like a part of my image, and like a part of who I was. So I was like, I don't think I want to like take them all off, but there are definitely parts of my body I'm like, I don't want it there, you know? So I started these treatments, and they were laser treatments. So basically they take a laser and they like shoot it like at the scars, and it's essentially supposed to flatten them down until it gets to a point to where the scars are flattened down and it's like they weren't there anymore. So when I started my treatments, I did them on my chest, like on this part right here. And like, see, like, you see how like this scar is like this? It kind of used to be like this right here, but it's like flattened in a sense. And that's what I was going for, like just on this whole part of my chest. And there's totally nothing wrong with that system because it was working. I honestly can tell a difference from when I first started them until now. And I've only done 2 treatments. But the thing with that treatment is it's a very repetitive and tedious thing. Like, you have to be very particular about going back, doing the treatment, and following the regimen for your skin after, like taking the pills, doing the ointment, doing like the spray, and doing the wrapping around it. Like, you have to be very, very organized with it. And it's also like it's expensive in a sense. Like, it's something that you have to keep going back and doing to see the results. And it's just not something for me, like, right now at this moment in life, because it's very time consuming and the money and stuff like that. So, and especially having it does, like, do a number on your energy and stuff like that. So, like, it's just not the time for me to do it now, but it's definitely something that I want to revisit and to, like, do the full journey with, because it's kind of hard to do that, like, trying to go to school and then try to work, stuff like that. So it's not in the cards right now, but it's definitely something that I want to continue for the future. All right, so basically this video is about my story time with, like, my scars and stuff like that, and, like, a life update. So in my first video, I was really just talking about my personal perspective and my point of view of just, like, living life as being me. But I feel like people who have a friend or family member with, like, traumatic experience happen to them, it's different for their life too. So I just wanted to get you guys' perspective on it. So basically, like, growing up with me and, like, when you first learned about my scars and, like, what happened and, like, being in school like that and stuff, how did it make you feel personally?
When I, like, first learned about your scars, which kind of, it did come as, like, a shock to me a bit. Like, that really happened to her, So I was like, it came to a shock. So then, in my head, like, when we went to school and stuff, like, anybody that was about to talk to you, what I'm saying, I was ready to fight them, what I'm saying.
Yeah, like, you're like, that's the same thing, kind of like Allura, like, you're, like, protective.
Yeah, like, protective and stuff.
Mm-hmm. So basically, when you're talking about being protective in a sense, because there are some people who are, like, genuinely concerned and, like, want to know, and there's people who have malicious intent behind stuff. So how did you, like, find that line, like, when you talked to other people about it and explained it? Because I'm pretty sure, like, some of your friends have asked or stuff like that. So how did you go about that?
Oh yeah, I think when because remember, like, for, like, your last year of Hefner, and we're like, Zach asked, like, that was like because I knew Zach since elementary, but, like, he said he hasn't seen you, but he heard about you and stuff. So he was like, so he said he never seen you. So then so he said, like, when he saw you, like when you were going to high school and stuff, he was like, he said, dude, I just seen your sister. He said, what happened to her? I said, oh yeah. I said, I forgot to tell you, bro. I said when she was, like, little, she got burned in, like, a house fire and stuff.
Because I feel like it's normal in a sense to you, because I live with you and I see you every day. But to other people, it's a very, very different. Like, I look totally different than a normal person.
Because at first he was he said, I forgot what he said. Like, it wasn't, like, something mean, but, like, it was like that type of reaction.
They're shocked.
Like a shock type of reaction.
Yeah.
Like, he said, like, a word like that. And then so that's why I explained it to him, like, in, like, better definitions and stuff.
Yeah,
to,
I feel
make
like
him understand.
Yeah, because I feel like for you guys, it's totally different in a sense, because, like, I'm Uva, I'm your sister, like, you know me. But other people, they're like, because that's not the first thing you're doing. Like, when you're friends with somebody and you're introducing to your family, you're like, oh yeah, so this is my sister, she was burned in a house fire. Like, no one, like, does an introduction like that, because I'm normal to you. So, like, to other people, they're like, whoa, what the heck? Like, what is that? So, like, I feel like for y'all, it's, like, a different sense, because when I talk to people, sometimes some people don't even ask me. Like, some people honestly just treat me no different, and it's normal. But other people, they don't really say anything, but you could tell they're confused. So sometimes I have to, like, put myself out there first and be like, okay, so this is what happened, instead of just, like, starting a normal conversation. So that's what I was trying to get the perspective from you guys. Like, how did it feel to y'all? Because you guys are, like, walking around like, yeah, that's my sister. But your friends are like...
And, like, even the same thing happened with my friend Tavy. Because I mean, like, he didn't give, like, a wow reaction, but like he was still, like, a little bit shocked.
Yeah.
Because he had, like, the same reaction as me, like, when I first found out. He was like, because I guess he did read your story time. Because I guess he seen it on TikTok or something. So I guess he did, like, watch the video and stuff.
So it's like being, like, more of, like, concerned and stuff like that.
Yeah, he was being, like, more, like, concerned and stuff.
And because it's more like it's different, but you're, like, concerned, like, what happened, like
he
stuff
was
like that.
concerned.
And then like knowing about it and knowing what happened, it's like kind of sad in a sense because you're like, wow, that's crazy that you like went through something like that. But the fact that like you're here today and like just living your life.
Yeah, because most people, I feel like most people like I feel like it just depends like on you, like your will, like on your willpower, because like let's say if somebody like didn't have like a good willpower and like they're like
or like people around you.
Yeah, like plus like, and that's a big thing. Like the people around you, like if they're like let's say like they're already mean to you, and like they're like cool and mean to you like on and off. You know what I'm saying? And like you really don't open up to your feelings about them and stuff.
Yeah, that was me elementary school.
Yeah, so like
I had like iffy friends.
Yeah, like iffy friends. So of course you're gonna be shy like when somebody like asks you about something about your body or something like that.
Yeah, and that was another question. Oh, well, you kind of already answered it, cause like basically like in school they're gonna be in school there are gonna be some people who are genuinely concerned and like kind of feel bad, not in like a pitiful type of sense, but in a I feel sorry and I'm concerned way. But there are some people who are definitely rude and make jokes and fun of it. So did you ever have to deal with stuff like that?
Actually, yeah. When we went to school, actually when like when I first came to PC North, like my for like the freshman when I very first came there.
When I walked you through school?
Yeah, we saw those people kiss on the table and stuff.
I was like, this is not a representation of my school.
Crazy, bro.
They were making out in the middle of the lunchroom.
That stuff was crazy. Dang. But you know that Antoine?
Antoine.
He's that one black dude.
I don't know, but
anyways, he was talking about y'all. Cause at first I didn't know who he was talking about at first. That one person that I was walking by, he was like they were like mad and ugly and stuff. And at first I didn't know who he was talking about until he said the one that got burned. So I was like, who are you talking about, bro? So I went up to him, pressing the issue and stuff. I was like, I said, hey, bro, like you can't be like talking about my sister like that. He said, I didn't even know that was just. I said, even if it wasn't my sister, bro. Person. I said, why, why are you doing that, bro? Like, I said, let's say that happened to you, like. Would you want somebody to talk to you about like that?
I feel like that's the number one thing that most people don't get is if they put themselves in their shoes.
In that position.
Exactly. Because obviously, it's not something that you had to personally go through. So you can't feel it in the sense that the person is feeling it. But there are some people who can empathize and sympathize with the situation. And that's because I feel like that's the reason, well, not only the fact that I'm your sister, because even you said even if the girl wasn't your sister, even if she was just a random person or just your friend, people have empathy. And obviously they went through something very traumatic, so why would you want to make fun of that?
And that's like really traumatic, like getting burned like alive almost.
Yeah. Like almost dying.
Literally on the brink of death.
Or like not even the fact of being a person that's happened to, but that being your family or that being your friend, or even it just being a normal, regular person that you don't even know. You don't know what type of struggles that person is going through in life. So you spewing out this hatred does nothing for each person. Exactly. So I feel like that's one thing that people don't get, like, because I definitely got bullied for a lot when I was younger and just stuff like that. I just feel like what people don't get is how that's going to personally make somebody feel with their situation. But they don't care because obviously it's not them going through it. But I just feel like being conscious and just being educated on stuff. Not even just being educated, just being a person who has empathy for other people. Like, so
I feel like you just like, because when you were saying, I feel like you just like had like no respect like at all for like people even if it wasn't just you, like people like that are like disabled and stuff, or like that has like something wrong with them, like suffers from depression and stuff. Like
that's what I'm saying. Obviously they're gonna be going through something, so why make it worse?
That's what I'm saying.
So I feel like people should just put themselves like in the person's shoes,
So, like and for like and plus like people with you like that, like there's like people like you that have like a strong willpower, and then there's other people like just like doesn't have like a good strong power.
They could be at a breaking point. Yeah. Because at that time I was like gaining more confidence and I honestly didn't care what people had to say. But there's not everyone like that. everyone goes through their journey very differently. So I can take that type of hate and turn it into something different, but there are some people that could be like their last straw. So you really don't know what people are going through sometimes.
Yeah.
So I just feel like being sensitive and being empathetic to people's feelings is very important, especially in this day and age. The number one thing that I don't like is pity. And I don't want you to feel pitiful for me in a sense. I don't want you to feel that way, but I want you to be aware of how my life is different or other people's lives are different. Not even just being a person who's been burned or somebody who's paralyzed or somebody who has one arm and one leg. Like, I'm not saying it like that. Like, I'm not knocking other people's struggles, because he could have something that he's insecure about. You don't have to be a person who's gone through something traumatic in life, but I'm just saying, knowing that, it's a different sense of life. There could be some people who really can't take that type of behavior, and there are some people who can, but you don't know that person personally to know that. So just be a good person. Like, it's not hard. It doesn't cost anything to be kind and be a good person. And some people could be going through their own personal battles, but I still quite never understood that. Like, you're going through something personally in your life, so why does that make you be rude and hateful to other people? Because I go through a lot of things all the time, but I've never once in my life was like bullied somebody or try to make someone feel as bad as how I feel in my life. I try to spread the most positivity I can, because I know life can be hard.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna count the amount of times I've seen Uber turn like a situation like that in like in an instant, bro. Because wait, was it in school that somebody was talking about you, and then you were like you turned it like not them like not you making them feel bad for what they're saying, but
educating them.
Yeah, like
and
you were
just,
educating them stuff.
It's like killing
like,
people with kindness.
Yeah, they changed like the mood real quick and stuff. And I was like, dang, like that's my sister right there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But killing people with kindness or really just educating people on a situation does further people more in life. So that was really my goal, was to just make sure people are educated. Like, that's not cool. You don't know what I'm going through, what personal break that I could have. Like, because some people genuinely have depression and mental breakdowns and anxiety, and just some one word, it doesn't even have to be an action. Words are very powerful.
Words are very powerful.
Like, that's why if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. Your parents have told you this time and time again. So I see what you're saying with that. Like, I just feel like personally, from you guys' perspective, it's kind of hard in a sense, because that's your sister and you love her and you don't want anything bad or any people like being rude to them. So I feel like that was like a personal struggle for you guys, because dealing with stuff like that, because me personally, I've dealt with my own problems, but like that protective sense kicks in because it's like, a person that you love,
to make you you and yourself feel like more protected. Instead so you can like go to school, like I feel like you can I feel like you went to school being comfortable, like knowing that we're there like helping you out in a sense, and like you help yourself out even more, but like us, like we're helping you like already on top of that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Because I mean, I was at a point where I was a little bit more confident going out in public and doing things, but I did feel like knowing that I had you guys there and I had people to run to, or like if we had like the same lunch, I know I could always go talk to my brothers and sisters and stuff like that. So it was like kind of like a security thing that I did have you guys in school with me, and it actually made me feel way more like comfortable being there.
Yeah, we're like your mentally body security guards. You
know? Really. And I know for a fact, if something was happening behind my back that I didn't know about, that you guys definitely would stand up for me and stuff like that. But that's very important, because boys, and especially boys you guys' age, they're not thinking about people's feelings. They're just trying to be funny and all that stuff. So it's good to have you guys there to educate people on that and to be like, that's not cool. Like, it's not nice.
Yeah, because like the amount of friends that I dropped for now, like even like making fun of you and stuff, and like them like saying like I did not care, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, nah, bro. Like you shouldn't have said it the first time, because I feel like because this is my mindset. Like I feel like if you say something like rude to me and like you say like, oh, you're sorry and stuff, like I feel like you're just gonna say it again like later in life. Like it doesn't have to be like a week later, months.
Like they didn't learn anything from that.
Yeah,
they just said it because it was in front of your face.
Yeah, and I know they're gonna.
You just know that their heart is truly not changed in a different sense. So better to just let that person go altogether, because it's you can't help someone that doesn't want to be helped. So I just wanted to be able to get a different perspective in there, because I know that people who personally go through traumatic experiences experience a different type of way in life, but I feel like at the same time, people who, like, if it's their friend, their family, or something like that, they also go through things in life. And hearing from my brother, I could definitely tell that he had to go through different types of things, of having to explain situations to people, teach people how to treat other people. So I just wanted to get that perspective in there. But I hope this video answered some of you guys' questions and definitely educated you on something that you didn't know about before. But yeah, as always, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below, and turn on that post notification bell so you get notified every single time I upload. But thank you guys so much for watching again, and I hope you guys have an amazing day.
Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Diamonds on my wrist, they